What are we doing today? I hope everyone's got a coffee ready, or are you going to make one with me? We should do that one time. Have you got your Aeropress yet, Trickster? That's probably a good question. I've got a new setup. I say new temporary setup until the IKEA stuff arrives. So IKEA, are they shelves? It's the cubey things. I'm having a long cubey thing. Organization. Just made one. You've not used it. Well, maybe you should use it now. So I'm gonna have the new IKEA shelves. I'm gonna say shelves here. And I'm gonna have coffee stuff on top of it, and then I'll be able to point the camera in that direction, which is kind of annoying because my mic is there. So if I'm over here, can you still hear me? I mean, OBS says yes, but it might be a bit quiet. I need to turn the mic up when I do this. I also need to sort out a face cam for this sort of area. But we'll get around to that. At the moment, I've got this temporary setup. That's roughly where it'll be. Yeah. I'm gonna go turn the light on because the light is very good for the coffee stuff. That's better. That camera too low. Maybe I need it more angled. What's going on here? Oh no, there's a weird glare coming from the ceiling light. Well, we'll have to deal with that during the coffee segment. Distant but can still hear you. Right, well I can stretch it further. I can turn up the gain and maybe the volume as well. Grinder is very nice and posh. Yes. I like it a lot. Well, what we're doing today is we're going to obviously go over the new grinder. What fine Colombian, Ecuadorian, or Peruvian shizzle have you got for me today? Also, what coffee have you got? Hey Dan, welcome. I've got a full-bodied Colombian. Wait. That could be a wine. I don't know. The thing is that the terminology used for wines and coffees are very interchangeable sometimes. We're going over the grinder first, because I do want to tell you guys about that. Then we'll be doing 2 Aeropresses, but I'll probably do one maybe after a bit of gaming. I don't know. But the one we are doing is we're going to do an inverted Aeropress, which I've not done before, and it could all go wrong. That's also a cardboard box, so what could possibly go wrong? Lens flare, I know, we've got lens flare. Can't really do much about that. No, I can't. I really can't. What's going on here? The camera... No, that's not helping. Deal with it. The coffee, that's important. It's the stream produced by J.J. Abrams. Oh, that first Star Trek film. My God. I mean, I love the film. It's a fantastic film. But, it's like I'm watching in 10 hertz. Why? Is the stream wrong? Have we dropped quality? Also, I'm not sure if you understand what hertz are. Right. Yes, we'll be doing an inverted Aeropress. I've got everything here. I'm stalling a little bit to see if any more people join me before I start going over the grinder. I suppose I could show you what comes with the grinder. This is the box. It's a very nice box. I believe it's mainly in Norwegian because that's where it's made. And that's it. It's a very nice, pretty box actually. It does that typical thing of showing you putting too much coffee in from a ridiculous height. What kind of madman would pour coffee beans into a grinder like that? But anyway, I digress. Also, who's weighing beans like completely just on the scale like it by itself. Who's doing that? It's madness. Madness, I say. You're just dramatic. That's not how you load it? Yeah, no, you get it from like up here and it just drops in. Right. We're gonna do a couple of things today. I've not quite done that, like the full range of grinding yet, so it's gonna be what kind of madman would pull coffee beans like that? Sorry, there's a car doing something weird outside. Oh great, the neighbours and vans stalled, so that's gonna be annoying and noisy outside. Whatever. Okay. You can't really hear me when I'm over here, so let's... Should I bring it closer? I'll bring it closer. Right, what's it come with? It comes with a little screwdriver, because you've got to put little screws into this. And this is some scales. The scales act as the lid. You can get a version without scales as the lid and just have a plastic lid. But it's scales. Quite good. They're pretty good scales. They're a bit slow to react sometimes. People have complained because in the coffee world they like to measure how much water they're pouring per second, and this is too slow to do that. I don't care because I'm kind of new to this, so it's pretty good for measuring beans. Let's put it that way. It comes with like a little rubbery protector thing so that you can actually rest hot things on it. It's a glass thing. You can rest hot things on it and it doesn't damage the glass or anything like that. So that's kind of nice little rubber thing on top. Comes with a tiny brush to clean with. That's pretty much it apart from the actual grinder itself. Oh god, it's so heavy. The motor in this must be insane. But you can probably see how big it is, right? It's got a... Oh, you can't see that at all. It's got like a baskety anti-popcorning like dome, so the beans go underneath it. You're only supposed to put 75 grams in this at a time. So it is a very much 1 or possible 2 cup dose. Yeah, revving the van, yep. They won 5-0, but essentially playing a reserve team. Oh, well. Let's not complain. They won. You're talking football. I mean, I should care. It's my hometown, but... I don't. Maybe yeah, can you see that there? I got my finger underneath it, so they go underneath that as a anti-popcorning. They call it popcorning because you know, when you're making popcorn, they pop out. So as they're being grinded, they will just tend to shoot everywhere and not be ground. The term for. It has little numbers up here, so it has a scale of. Let me turn you up. Let me get you closer. Let's do that. Mic. Maximum mic. Scales are very sleek. They are. He's doing a sports, indeed. Yeah, so we've got it's got the grind here, so it's 41 steps, I believe. Yep. Don't know why they chose 41 and not 40. Bit weird. Not many word unless they remembered MSN emails. Oh man, MSN! Oh, now you're going back in time. Everyone was on that. Everyone changing their display names all the time to like music lyrics. God, I haven't been on MSN in ages. I mean, what am I on about? MSN closed down ages ago, didn't it? That's what my brain was trying to say there. It does come with an instruction booklet, which actually goes into what grind sizes you should use. So 41 is coarse, 1 is very fine, and it can do espresso. And it says if you're going to do espresso, aim for about 5, because obviously each grinder is different because of the way that it says calibrated. I guess built is a better way of saying that, because to undo this and see the burrs itself, you unscrew it. So basically what you're doing here is you're just screwing the top burr, because they're 2 flat disc burrs with teeth. They're on top of each other, and you're just screwing them close together. That's all you're doing by turning this. So you can take the whole thing off once it gets past that. Screw it about few times. Almost there. There we go. And you can see there's the flat burr. There's one more inside. The motor obviously turns the bottom one, and this one just sits there. You can upgrade them and screw them and clean them. This is after about, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 days use? Can't remember when I got this. Tuesday, Wednesday. So, you know, pretty good. It obviously won't turn on until I put it back. And what I'll do now is I'll spin it all the way back to 1 to make sure I've gone all the way in. There we go. So 1 is as tight as I go, but they say do it on 5 because it means that might not even get in between the burrs if you're going that fine. And then obviously calibrate it because of the, well, because, you know, manufacturing, a millimeter is a lot in a grind like that. So it you know, 1 step, it might not even get to 1. Then the 2 things might actually be touching. Do you clean between blends? No. No. In fact, does it say anything about cleaning in here? Maintenance cleaning. No, not really. It doesn't say, like, because if you're doing espresso and then you're switching to a very coarse grind, what will happen is obviously some of the aggresso sized grinds will still exist in there. It does retain a little bit. As you saw in between. So they might come out with the finer grinds, and therefore you haven't got a consistent grind. That's going to give you a different extraction on those. It's not a lot. What they suggest you do is maybe grind another load. So do 1 small load to push off anything that's left behind of the smaller grind size or bigger, you know. I mean, if you're going from big to small, it doesn't matter because they should get ground even further. But going fine to coarse is worse because finer grinds will just, you know, come through. But you could grind a little bit at the new coarse one and then grind the actual amount you want. That's what you could do, and it should be better. I mean, you can clean it every day if you want, but that's a lot of effort, and I can't be bothered. I give the basket, so it comes with a little basket. So when it's grinding, it comes obviously down, and it comes into this little pot through the little hole in the top, and just into a metal pot there. So I do like rinse this every night, sort of thing, you know, just to get because a lot of the lighter bean substances, which I think they call chaff. I should really look that up before coming on stream and saying it. That sort of sticks to the side, and that also is apparently some people don't like that, so it's good that it gets rid of that. But that sort of like sticks to the lid and stuff, so I try and just wash that out. You'll see when I get and do it. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna go sit on 5. And I've got some house beans here, which are actually 2 weeks, 3 weeks old now, so I need to get rid of them. We're gonna give it a test. Who would be bothered? 1mm is a lot in life, my friend. Makes all the difference when hanging a shelf. Well said, Dan. Well said. Oh, one fell out there. I think that's about 3 grams. There's no minimum. There's no max. Well, there is a maximum 75 because it'll start getting clogged. But there's no minimum. So I'll just stick the lid back on. It's also the scale. And we'll hit go. No, I won't, because I haven't plugged it back in. Better be on. I think it's on. And there you go. You can see it's lit up. It's a bit loud. It's not actually not that loud. My other grinder, my blade grinder, was a lot louder. Now you can hear it's changed tone now. Because it's finished, and it has an auto stop feature, so it'll do this for it's on an angle, so it might be struggling slightly. It'll do that for about 10 seconds after it's finished the last bean, just to make sure you know they've all fallen through. But it does stop itself. There we go. All of them are in there. And that is a setting number 5. Oh, you can't see. Oh. Well, that's not bad. There you go. So, is that? That's extremely fine. Like, so extremely fine. I would say that's fine for espresso. I don't know if you can see very well. I mean, come on, light. There you go. So it's very powdery. It's basically like flour. I would say that would do espresso fine. Definitely improvement on the rusty combine harvester I used to use. Yeah, because with the blade grinder, obviously I put them in. I have to pulse it a few times to make sure it like even chopped up the big pieces of beans, and then as it's grinding, I then had to shake it to make sure it was getting everything. I could just turn this on, walk away. It's brilliant. Right, so that was a 5. I don't know if we're gonna go any. If I'd go lower than that, might give it a go. I should talk about the app that comes with it, because the app's actually pretty good, and the book, because the book has pretty much the same information. So you'll see, like, you see that table there. It basically says roughly what grind size you should use, but that's just in general. So you know, an Aeropress should be between 14 and 26. That's quite a wide range, and they give you a range because lighter roasts should be finer, so they extract different to dark roast, which should be slightly coarser. That's just the general rule. So they give you a range, and obviously because of the calibration of the thing and the amounts of coffee and water you're putting in, that's very important. They can't just say it's going to be a 12 because they just don't know. But the app, let me show you the app for a second. First of all, the scales has Bluetooth, so it connects to the app. I don't use that much, but it does. It has Bluetooth. You know, it's something to do. So you have one screen where you have the actual scale readout. Oh, let me angle it slightly. Actual scale readout there, and you can like zero the scale from your phone. Don't know why you'd want to, but you got a timer as well. Timer is extremely useful. But on the second page, you've got 3 sliders. You've got how much water you're putting in, and then on the side here, I don't know if you can see that, it's how much water would come out. You've got the strength, and that's a scale from 0 to 10, basically. and they say mild is a 1, Nordic, which is, I would say medium, is a 4-ish, and intense is a 7. So I've done a bit of like around a 4 and a 7 a few times to see what it's like. But you've also got, it then tells you how much coffee you should be grinding. It doesn't ask you for the method. It assumes you're doing a pour over type thing, not an espresso. So for example, for the Aeropress, I will change this to about 250 milliliters of water going in, and that'll output, because obviously the grinds absorb some, about 215, 220. It says 213. I don't think it's that much, if I'm honest. In my experience, the grinds absorb as much milliliters as the grams they are. So if it's 15 grams, they'll absorb 15 milliliters. My experience. And you can see, so I've set it to strength 3.9, which is, or whatever. And it's telling me I need 15 grams. And also underneath that, I don't know if you can quite see that, it has grind setting. Grind setting 14 to 22. So it doesn't know I've got an Aeropress. It just knows I'm putting in this much water. I want this strength. And then it doesn't know that obviously the roast either, where it's, you know, a medium or a dark or whatever. But so it gives you the range, but the grams have been almost spot on every single time. I went off it. I was like, that doesn't seem right. I'm going to add more. Or I'm going to add less or something. Or I accidentally added too much water and it was too weak because I hadn't added the extra coffee. So, because if I change that to mild now, it's saying, oh, that's 14 grams. Intense would be 16.2 grams. So, you know, it's a really good app for that. For someone who doesn't really know how much to put in. Right, I'm gonna do another grind. We go max, we go 41. Got a little bit of... You can narrate this stream like David Attenborough. I can't do a David Attenborough impression, Dan. If I could, I would. Right, what we're going to do, I'm just going to do a handful of beans. See what comes out at 41. Because I haven't done this yet, so a good test. This should be a lot quicker. Because obviously it's not grinding on as much and they can just pass through. I think it's already finished. I've spent half an hour now and I haven't even done a single coffee. So we need to get onto this. I think it's... Come on. It's because it's on a slope, I think. I might be struggling slightly. Hey, winning, son? Okay. Maybe it can't detect when it's super coarse. I don't know. Something I need to work on. Now this, you'll see now. You see those little flecks? That's the light stuff I was on about. I think it's called chaff. Basically like the bean skin. Right. You see, of course. Much coarser. That's on maximum. That is... I don't know. Maybe too coarse for a French press. I'd probably dial that in a little bit more. That might be good for cold brew actually. That level might be good for cold brew. Let's see if I can. Oh, come on. You see that? That might be a good level for cold brew, but that's the maximum I can do. Or the coarsest I can do. I'm gonna Try and get all that out now because I don't want it. Cool. There you go. Who can you narrate as? Me. I'm not very good at voices. How many hours did you spend playing with it when you first got it? I made, it arrived at like 7 PM, so I couldn't make any coffees that night because it would have killed me. But the next day I made like three different coffees. I've mentioned this on the Discord, but I have made a spreadsheet to start recording. It loads up. Start recording, you know, what's good, what's bad. So you can see. Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? You can start seeing it's color coded, and I'm slowly getting better and better. So I don't have to keep looking at their app and guessing, basically. And also, it depends on the coffee. It depends on so much. Right, we're going to do an inverted Aeropress now. Let me move this. I'm going to follow Mr. James Hoffman's recipe. I say recipe. Instructions. Oh god, that's very... No, don't tell. There. Stay there. You're good there. Next week will be better when I actually have a solid surface. Fortnite backpacks? Really, Twitch ads? Ugh. Fortnite. Why would you want to do that? Hey B, by the way. How's it going? Have a shout out. So, Aeropress. What page is Aeropress? We're doing an inverted Aeropress B. I've just been showing off my new grinder. It's very nice. I love it. Aeropress 84. Inverted method is 87. Page 87. And the inverted method is exactly as it sounds. So you have the traditional method, and then you have the basically let's do it upside down method. And that's because, so with the Aeropress, obviously it's usually this way. It's on the cup, plungers at the top, filters at the bottom, and stuff starts dripping through a little bit, and then you've got to plunge it through. Gatorade. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I haven't got coffee yet, so I'll have some water. H2O. Potential chaos. Yep. B has arrived for potential chaos. So what happens is basically you put the plunger in to create a seal, and we'll put it in a little bit so it doesn't just completely kill itself. It is an extremely tight seal, so I am confident. Okay. And then you put in your grinds in there. You put the water in. You stir it about. You let it do its thing, right? So you let it do its thing. Then you put the filter on top. And then you basically whoof, flip it. And that's the scary part. Folding up fountain pieces I cut out during Sam's stream yesterday. Tissue paper is way too exciting. Oh no, tissue paper. Right. So I shall read out the method. Does it actually give quantities, or should I go off my own quantities, do you think? It does not give off quantities. So basically, yeah, grind the coffee, put it upside down, insert the piston about 2 centimeters. That's a bit more, but solid, that'll do. Put it upside down, add the coffee, boil kettle, which I'll do in a second. Steep for 1 minute, okay. And then slowly pull the top part of the brewer down onto the piston until the liquid is nearly touching the Oh no, sorry. Let's see. That doesn't seem right. Oh, he's just saying get rid of the air. No, that's fine. Okay. So, I watched a video of this yesterday. Right. So, I could do with a solid surface, but this is going to be hilarious either way. It's going to be so top heavy, I do not like this at all. Right, I might hold it while I'm doing that. Right, so let's get the coffee ready. Do that. We're gonna go with our Plan Alto from Pact, which we used a few weeks ago. Let me get all the scales. I'll do it down here. Why not? I usually use the. Grab you and get you a little bit closer. Oh, Aeropress, get out of the way. Can you hear me? Oh, I'm a watermelon. Thank you for that. I usually use the container itself because I'm lazy and don't have many containers. Some good strobing effect coming from there, great. So, where's my phone gone? We're probably going to do about 200 milliliters of water, right? It's a little bit less because the piston's in. We're going to go for medium strength. So it's saying 12 grams. That's between 14 and 22. Now I know 16's a pretty good. Actually, this is dark, so I'll go 18. I'll go 18. Because I know 18's not bad either. Plus, we'll be steeping it a little bit longer. So, 12 grams. Why are you on ounces? Why are you on pounds? This is so annoying. I'm trying to get on grams. There we go. Grams. 0 grams. Obviously, normally I would do this slightly better. Eh, 12.1. Close enough. So, strip that in there. Get the coffee out the way. Grind it up. Boiling the kettle as well, you might hear lots of noises. I do apologise. I got a fresh filter for that. Got my trusty stirrer that comes with the Aeropress. Seriously, this Aeropress has been awesome. I'm making a cape, that's so cool. I was kind of gifted a simplicity cape pattern, so obviously we need all the capes. Yeah, no, I agree. If you've got a cape plan, do capes. New patterns are awesome. Yeah. Have I tried metal filters yet? No. No, I kind of like the paper ones. Although I did one of them folded over on the corner, like on like a corner there, because it was a used one. So that's one I've used twice. You can see the difference. So it folded over, and so there was a tiny gap. So that wasn't fun. Only a teeny bit of coffee came through though. It was actually quite good how little came through. And also one time I pressed it too hard and water just squirted out these little side vents. So you can't push it down too hard. Okay, coffee is boiled. We're gonna have to leave that for a few seconds. Get our grind in. Tap that down, get off the lid. See, not very well. There we go. That's I would say that's medium fine. I would call that medium fine. Get all the pen out of there. Now I could obviously put it on the scales and start weighing my input water, how much the things are. Actually, I'm going to do that because I've said I wanted 200 mils in there. Please bear in mind I'm doing this over my camera. It's a GoPro, should survive any water. Okay. No, Paul, you haven't put the scales down. Ready. Oh, I definitely need a better setup. I just need more space. Right. No. There we go. Right, we're gonna put, obviously, 1 gram of water is 1 milliliter of water. People don't know that. It's science. A litre of water weighs a kilogram. That's sea level. And room temperature? I think it's room temperature. We're taking over chat with sewing chat. That's fine. I'm over here. I'm way over here. You're like there. I can't see it. Alright, here we go. 200. It's gonna be interesting because I've got to try and brace it. I also hope it doesn't spill. Oh, you know what it's doing? Right, come on, catch it. That's 150. Oh, it might not get 200 out of this, to be fair. Also, it's leading. What? I'm calling that's close enough because it's very close to the. Very close to the top. Right. Oh, I forgot to give it. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a stir. How long do I leave it for? I think he says only for like a minute. I'm gonna do a minute from now, so it's a little bit longer. It's the first time I've done it, so I don't know if it's gonna be sweet or bitter or what. Oh, that's warm. And I ignore all the crap. It's not dripping down the side, which is goal number 1. You do not want it to start dripping down the piston side, which is good because that means the piston's tight. Let's get you here ready. Okay, come up to 1 minute. I'm going to read this again. He does say just 1 minute. I mean, that's surprising. That's quite a quick time. I mean, I've gone way over 1 minute now. So, what he says is, you should push it down so it's near the top. Like, less air. I'm not going to do that. Filters on. Coffee. Cup. On the top. Hold the piston and the top. And flip. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yep. Just slowly push down. I'm actually going to try and do that. It's working. Thank you. I haven't got my headphones on, but I can hear the applause. Next week's going to be so much better when I have a solid surface to do this on. He says don't push it until so you get the hiss, but I always push it so all the water comes out. Because the hiss is just... there you go. But I will pull up slightly for the trip. So that's filled half the cup, which is less than usual. Okay? Let's see how little that actually is. Usually it's like up to here. So we have gotten a lot less there. Let's put it back up here because that's all done now. And off the scales. Go back here. Oh, there we go. Turn the mic down. There we are. Back to normal. By the way, we're playing Lawnmower Simulator after this. I'm just going to taste this coffee, fire up a game, and then we'll do another one after a little bit. Held my breath for that. Nice. I'm doing it on a cardboard box, yes, B. That was the worst part. IKEA arrives on Thursday, so I will have a surface next. Ooh, that has dripped a little bit through the bottom. Lovely. Right, so I've not gone over this before, mainly because I've never done it actually before. But to taste coffee, people say you need to get a teaspoon and then like to get lots of air into it. That's the only way I can describe it. That's not how obviously how you drink coffee, it's just how you taste coffee. So I'm gonna give that a go. Okay, slightly bitter. But I don't know if that's because I did it for slightly longer than he said, or the grind size is too small. It's dark roast, so maybe I should have gone to 20 or 22. But again, I will try this again and maybe just change the grind size and then to see. Or I might try this grind size with a medium roast to see if it's good. So that's the whole point of the spreadsheet, is so I, keep on top of all these variables. And I'm going to add a little bit of milk. Yes, yes, yes. She is getting other things from IKEA too. We're getting the bed. We've had a king-size mattress in our living room for the past month, and because the bed wasn't available and then is now arriving. We're upgrading. Oh yeah, and then today's just like little small things, and I'm getting a footstool. Which is never... Because we ordered that last week. We ordered the bed a month ago. Okay. That's a stronger... That's stronger than the traditional Aeropress from the top down. Because I'm guessing because it's less water, but I put less coffee in. It's stronger, even though I brewed it. That's puzzling. That is puzzling. I like it. Because really, the method's the same. Because when I do an Aeropress, I obviously put this on the cup, but I put the piston in to about there, so it creates a seal, so it doesn't drip out. So it is stewing for 3 minutes, usually. Maybe it's just me. I went for a medium, and it feels like it's slightly over that. I went for a medium taste, and I think it feels like it's more towards the strong, and it's got a hint of bitter. The milk has taken the edge off, though. I think that might just be over extraction. So maybe I do need to reduce the grind size. I think that's just what we're going to learn from that. Right, I'm going to move a couple of things off my desk. When we do the next one, we'll do a normal top down. Maybe with the same beans, maybe not. Oh, I have a surprise before we move on to the game. So, we were out shopping yesterday. I'm not going to do this today, but we went out shopping yesterday and I got some coffee. It's a flavoured coffee. I got 2 flavoured coffees. Because they just intrigue me a lot. So we got Jim Beam, bourbon flavoured ground coffee. It's ground, unfortunately, so it's pre-ground. Smells very sweet. We also have cinnamon stick, which is basically, I'm guessing it's the same, but with cinnamon. And I bought them just because I've had like whiskey coffee and stuff like that, and what they do is they flavour the beans. Usually with like artificial flavors. And these they smell good. Sweet. They smell sweet. Does it say anything interesting on here? Jim Beam Cinnamon Stick, a bold, spicy coffee that offers sweet taste of cinnamon, reminiscent of the holidays. That's what we're doing on Friday. We're doing both of them on Friday, actually. So Friday stream, because I'm off Friday and it's Christmas Eve and we're going to my parents that night, there will be a stream at 12 Friday. It'll be one of these. And then this one is vanilla. Wait. Let me take they were £5 each. Let me take this. Does it say vanilla underneath and I just didn't notice? It fucking does. So we have vanilla and cinnamon. I thought it was just normal. Okay. That's Friday. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm doing it just for curiosity. But there we go. So, let me get the Aeropress off here. Please stand up. We will come back to that after I finish this drink. Yeah, that's fine. You stay there. So we get the game on the go. We're gonna do another coffee. Maybe. How am I gonna do this? Well, I need to boil the kettle first. Go over to our. Oh, I can't do that. Chat. Other scenes. Coffee. Are you not happy, camera? Why are you not happy? There it is. Righto, let me tidy up a little bit. Okay. Clean off the Aeropress slightly. We're going to do this the traditional way. USB connected, that's nice. I didn't want that. There we go. Oosh. Oosh. Make sure I don't get coffee everywhere. Right, we're going to do a normal one. Do you want a light roast? No, not light. Medium roast or dark roast? You get to choose. while I figure out the percentages again. For 250 milliliters, I should probably change the stream information while I'm doing it. Food and drink. You want to go for the medium roast, okay? Now, because that one came out bitter, I'm going to leave it at. Actually, what? Let's check my spreadsheet because I have done this one before. Let's check the old spreadsheet. This one is La Laguna medium. I've done it in the Aeropress. I'm going to say 16.2 grams, grind level 16. Okay. That one apparently was good, but not great. Was it? Wasn't strong. Ah, did I put too much water in that? Good impression, but it was strong. I'm going to try medium. Okay, so that's 16. He's so shiny. The grinder. Yes. So let's get the scales, which is also a lid. Go. How cool is that, right? Hey, you should be able to see. Scales there. Awesome lid. Nice little rubber thing on top. I need to turn my mic up and bring you closer. I don't even drink coffee and I want one. And we're not shut up about it. No, I'm just explaining. My God. So, container. Get that out. My God, come on. Okay. So, Joe, it comes with an app, right? And the app is actually pretty good because, you can put in how much water you're using. So I'm going to use about 250 milliliters. So that says you should get about 215 milliliters out. I think it actually comes more to 220, if I'm honest. So you say what you're putting in. Strength. So I want this to a medium strength. So it's going to be 15 grams, it says. And then the grind setting should be between 14 and 22. This is a medium roast, so I'm going to do 16, which has proven pretty good for me before. So you can see strength, medium, 15 grams, the grind settings underneath that, how much water you put in. But then there's also, because it's Bluetooth, let me connect, so I can reset it from here. That's me resetting it. But it's got a timer on the app, which is very useful. It said 15 exactly. A little bit more. Ooh. Hey, we went a little bit over, but that's fine. In it goes. Don't need the lid on top. It's got an anti-popcorning feature, but like the little dome I was on about in there. It does about 75 grams max each time. Switch to tag. I have switched to tag. You probably need to reload because it doesn't do it unless you refresh the stream. Right, here we go. It also has an auto. Oh. Camera died. There you go. Has an auto stop feature. So there you go. You can see it's getting to the end of the last. You can quite hear that. It's changed tone. There you go. Stop yourself. And I love that so much. I'll show you the grind again. Ooh. Can you see that very well? I'll do it on this camera. This camera seems better because it's got the light built in. See that? So all that like lighter yellow sort of stuff, that's the light. I think they're called chaff. But let me check my book. I should look these things up in the book when I don't know them. Glossary. There is a glossary of terms. There is not a glossary of terms. No, doesn't say it. Oh well. Anyway, we've got our grounds. Cardboard box is not level, so that's going to be hilarious to work with. Alright, we're doing a traditional Aeropress, not the inverted like we did before. Joe, we did an inverted Aeropress before, watch it back. It was upside down, I had to flip it with the water in. Nothing went wrong, surprisingly. So, what I usually do is, because I've got the scales, I will put it on the scales. Get out of that. Do you know what wooden tray? It's too late now. I've started. It's too late for me. Go on without me. So I'll do my usual Aeropress. I've got this down to a fine art now. So we've got grinds in there. You know, level them off, it doesn't really matter. I will fill up with 250-ish mil, which will bring it pretty much to the top, because it does start dripping down a little bit, but it'll bring it pretty much to the top. Then I'll give it a stir. I will put the piston in to seal it, making sure it stays in there for about 2 minutes. Then at the 2-minute mark, I'll pull that out, give it one more stir, break up the crust at the top, stick the piston back on, 30 seconds, then I'll press down for 30 seconds, like I'll do the compression over about a 30-second period. So it's about just over 3 minutes brew time. What I'll also attempt to do, and this is going to be fun because I can't do it with this kettle very well, I'll attempt to keep the liquid going in per second in anywhere between 20 to 50 milliliters, aiming for about 20 to 30. And that's why I'm on the scale, really. Also, I'll be able to tell how much water I'm actually putting in, because I want 250, I don't want to go over that. God. Back here next week. Back here next week. You can see my phone there with the timer. We will reset. There we go. Right, don't need that, don't need that. I do need my stirrer and I need the kettle, which I will just reboil very quickly. And I've done this method anyway, about 20 times now, and it's bang on. So the stuff I'm playing about with now is grind size and water that's going in, and depending on roast level, things like that. But if I keep the time the same, I try and keep the amount of water I put in the same, although I have gone as high as like 350 because I've topped it up on that second stir. You need to add more coffee doing that. It's you get the feel of it. Right. Are you ready? Oh, the camera's gone off. Good timing. I'm guessing because I've unplugged it from the power source, so it's on a timer now. Hopefully it will stay on for the whole period. Right. I am going to... I'll start the timer afterwards, actually. Hopefully you can hear me. Keep an eye. Ooh. Why have you... What? Why are you weighing more? There's nothing else on you. Don't do this to me now. Yeah. Okay, going a little bit too fast. Okay, let's catch up. 230. 250. I'll call that 250. Quickly before it drains through too quickly. Give it a stir. And then. And see, it's already started to drip through. You can hear it's dripping through. But this should then seal it off. The seal. Start the timer. Sometimes I start the timer just as I'm pouring it, but in this setup it's kind of difficult. Yes, this is the Wii music. So it's a playlist that basically... it is the Wii Sports theme, yeah. This playlist is a free-to-play theme of covers, so I can do on stream. Is this a good song? Why is it saying 350 now? Oh yeah, because the piston is about 100. The piston itself is about 100 grams, so that makes sense. I'm not listening to the music, so I don't know what's playing. Oh, this one's from Animal Crossing. Does it have KK actually singing? Don't think it does. Yeah, it does! Bit of KK Slider on a Sunday, there you go. Love it. That's right. Coffee everywhere. Hopefully with a new setup I'll be able to clean things better. My boy KK, there we are. What I'm actually going to do is going to go for 150 because I didn't start timer until, you know, too far in. If you leave this for longer, it's not a big of a deal. You could probably go to about 4 minutes of overall time. It won't over extract too much. There is a point where this will just like stop. I said I was going to go for 150. It's now past that. Walking too much ball. Right, pull that off. Give it the old quick stir. Anymore. Keep this back on. Stop dripping. What we'll do now is we'll actually take it off the scale. Pushing down will be still. Right. In about 30 seconds. And then it's just literally I'm sort of like putting my weight of my arm on it so it doesn't push too fast. Very hard to do on a cardboard box. There you go. Some people say don't do the hiss, some people say do the hiss. The hiss can add a little bit of bitterness apparently. I do it most of the time. There we are. I mean, the Bluetooth bit's a bit of a gimmick, but because you've got your phone, your next, you are like, I'm not going to be doing the pouring or holding my phone, not looking at the scale, am I? Why is this not turning off? You're not turning off because your Bluetooth connect might be that. This can. You know what? You'll turn yourself off. But yeah. There we go. Job done. And there's my coffee. Oh, you. Come on, camera. I need to get a new charger for the camera so I don't have to swap it out when I want to do both. See how much more we've got? We've probably got about 50 milliliters more in this cup than before. The Streets of Rage, I think this is from. Still don't have KK on my island. Oh. Oh B. Oh no. You gotta get your island up to like, was it 3 stars he would come? It's not too hard to do, just stick a load of random things out. Clean up all the weeds. Right, should we give this one the same taste test as we did last time? So last time, as I say, you take a little bit of a teaspoon of coffee, get a lot of air into it. See, now that it's a lighter roast and you can taste that. That's a very pretentious way of doing it. Just drink it. You don't even have paths. I can't remember what's that. That was so long ago. That was almost 2 years ago. Okay, I'm gonna add some milk to it. I don't know if you can see that. Nice. You have a single bridge. I've been redesigning mine for about a year and a half because I don't really play it that often. And the time on my island is 1 year ago. It's December 2020 on my island because I haven't gotten around to changing the clock. It's terrible. I didn't want to miss all like the Christmas events, but I guess they're just going to repeat anyway. It's nice. It's nice. What notes did I give it last time I did this? So it was nice, it was too strong. Now see, this isn't too strong now. We've gone for a medium brew. We've not gone for an intense. And I can definitely taste the difference. It is medium. Slightly bitter. Is slightly bitter. Maybe I do need to just reduce the grind size a little bit then. It's good. It's good enough. It's good enough for now.